Aristotle, one of the earliest philosophers in this world, once noted that the roots of education are bitter, but that the fruit is sweet. Some say that your high school years are the best and easiest of your life. However, to some, high school is when they have to decide to make the hardest decision of their life, to either give up and drop out or pursue their education. Sometimes all the personal issues overwhelm the person and they decide to take the easy way out at that moment in time. On May 17, 2014, my heart released a lot of stress and was filled with uncontrollable joy. My little brother had finally walked across the stage and received his high school diploma. After experiencing our father's death during his freshman year, his grades plummeted, and the next 4 years were filled with headaches and tears when I was trying to explain to him that his education was the key to his future. My senior year, he barely had a 2.0 and was on his third try to pass the FCAT. I couldn't help but to feel devastated, to accept that the last 12 years of high school were a waste of time and that he would just going to receive a certificate of completion. The worst part about it was that he would be considered just another Latino who wouldn't graduate. Balancing personal issues in school can be very difficult, and in some cases, students don't receive the help and support that they need in order to not give up. After reading the survey results, I realized that 65% of the class thought that the number of high school dropouts per day was only between 3,000 and 6,000, when in reality, the number is much higher than that. I truly can't comprehend why there is such a high number of high school dropouts when there are so many resources for the public to be able to continue their education. However, I do wish to believe that there are many solutions to encourage high school students to graduate. 50% of our class even came up with ideas for high school students to not drop out. The information provided today will inform you of the significant amount of high school dropouts in our country and convince you to encourage high school students to graduate. To accomplish this, I will discuss the alarming problem of high school dropouts and what its causes might be, as well as providing solutions that we can all take to decrease the amount of high school dropouts. To begin with, I will demonstrate the problem of high school dropouts by explaining its magnitude and its negative impact. The high percentage of high school dropouts in the United States is very alarming. It's unbelievable that the United States has one of the highest percentage of high school dropouts per school year when we have the freedom and so many opportunities of continuing our education. According to an article on the Opposing Viewpoints website by Alliance for Excellent Education entitled High Dropout Rates Negatively Affect Students in the Nation, assessed on July 2nd, 2014, there's about 7,000 students per school day that drop out. It's very disturbing to realize that that equals about 1.8 million per school year. According to McKinney in her online article, Engaging Entrepreneurial Students is Critical to Keeping Them in School, published on March 21st, 2012, the high school dropout rate skyrocketed to 9.3% among African Americans, 17.6% among Hispanics, and 13.2% among Native American students. The increase of high school dropouts not only impacts the individual's future, but can also harm the economy and society of our nation. In the online article entitled High Dropout Rates Negatively Affect Students in the Nation, published in 2011, the Alliance for Excellent Education argues that the country's local, state, and national tax revenues are significantly lower when there are less graduates. Usually, high school dropouts make half of what a graduate makes in income. They are also most likely to be unemployed during a recession. Moreover, now that I have described the problem of high school dropouts, I will explain some of the causes. The many causes for high school students to drop out of high school vary from financial to personal issues. In some cases, students feel the pressure to financially support their household and feel that education takes too long to provide the income that they need. In her online article, Rural Dropouts, A Casual Comparison, published in 1993, Kathleen Kaminsky states that 39% of students drop out because of poor grades, 39.1% because of family reasons, 33.2% because of below grade level achievement, 29.8% because because of work responsibilities, and 24.3 because of teacher problems. Students start with part-time jobs, and then they realize that money provides them superficial items. So they choose to spend more time at work and less time on their schoolwork, which leads to decrease in their grades. Some of the main issues that persuade high school students to also drop out are personal, like teen pregnancy, or not having the strength to ask for tutoring. It's difficult to manage schoolwork and take care of a baby, so teenage parents decide to dedicate all their time to their children and leave school for the future. In most cases, those students never return to school. Furthermore, I will now suggest some solutions that will help eliminate the causes of high school dropouts. School systems and family can really influence high school students to graduate by providing emotional and educational support. Schools should provide in-depth tutoring for students and more counseling to talk about personal issues that may be affecting them. After-school tutoring allows students that are lagging behind to catch up with the rest of the class. Mandatory counseling also allows the student to discuss problems that may be happening at home that are interfering with their education. Communication is key between parents and their teenage children as well. It can prevent many unforeseen issues that can interfere with their education. Open communication between a parent and child can prevent them from having unprotected sex, which in most cases leads to teenage pregnancy. According to an online article entitled "Why You Should Stay in School," published in 2003 by Julianne Duber, emphasizes that 70 to 80% of criminals are high school dropouts. It's incredible to see that communication was absent to all of those criminals. Hopefully by now, everyone will be persuaded to take action to encourage high school students to graduate after hearing the grave consequences of dropping out. Today I have discussed the problem of high school dropouts, some of the causes, and finally the solutions that we can follow to help decrease the amount of high school dropouts. To finish my speech, I ask all of you to think about anyone who wasn't able to graduate high school that you may know and how their life is now. Do you feel that there was something that you could have done to change their path? Our future will be a lot more fruitful if we can just help to support everyone to continue their education. Education is key to have a better future. Just please take the time to just say a simple, "You can do it," or "Don't give up," because it truly goes a long way. Thank you for taking the time to hear my speech.